Good afternoon. It's Saturday the 19th of April. It is coming up to 1 o'clock. Got out a little bit earlier today. Just going to basically be doing a bit of an Uber. I haven't got any private jobs or anything lined up for today. That's about it really. I did notice when I went on the app before, the confirmation rate is still coming down. Even though the new app pushed it back up, it almost like doubled it really, into the 30s, and then because of last night it's back down to 24 again. There's nothing that can be done about it. It's, as I explained in yesterday's video, the jobs that come through, they're either ridiculous, like a £4 job multi-stop, or the job's like 10 plus miles away, and you'd be running at like 50p a mile or something. So it's just ridiculous. I don't even know why they bother with it. They might as well just get shut of it. But yeah, other than that, I'll see what's happening, and I'll keep you updated shortly. So it's just turned 2 o'clock and I'm in sunny Southport. As soon as I came online before, first job was a little X, including a pound tip. It was £11.50. It was a 4-minute job going 1.1 miles, but I ran probably 3 or 4 miles to it, because it was into Ormskirk, and obviously I live out in the middle of the sticks, so still it was a decent job. It probably took me, what time was it? Ran over to them, picked them up, about 15 minutes in total, 10-15 minutes was it? So yeah, not too bad. Straight after that, I then had an XL, a Skelmersdale. Bearing in mind I was in Ormskirk, so it was a Skelmersdale back to Burscough, which is like Ormskirk. So I took it. So I did have to run probably, I think it was about 15 minutes to it. It was like 5, maybe 6 miles. But I kind of seen it as, well, if it's going to take me less than 15 minutes to get there, and it's supposed to be roughly a 20-minute job, it was £19.67 for a 19-minute job, 7.8 miles. So I thought, well, in total it's going to be around half an hour, maybe just over, and then obviously I've done like £19.67 plus the first job that I would have done, which was that £11.50. So I dropped them off and it was pretty much 2 o'clock at that point, so I'd done them 2 jobs, so it was like about £31 for the first hour, which is obviously good, in the middle of the day. And then straight after that I picked another XL job up, and that was a Southport to Southport. So it was kind of the outskirts of Southport. There's a holiday camp. I was there the other day, taking them to Hickories. So again, it was £17.94. It was an 18-minute job going 6.2 miles. But at the time I was in Burscough, so I probably ran probably another 4, maybe 5 miles to it. It was probably like another 10 to 15 minutes. So again, I seen it as roughly a half an hour job for £17.94. So I done that, and then a little tiny job popped up after I dropped them off, which was the Tesco's just round the corner, £4.35. And that was a 5-minute job going 1.5 miles. I came out of there and then I thought I'll just nip over to Maghull for a wee. A job did pop up round the corner. It was like £8 going like 3 or 4 miles. It wasn't too bad. I was going to take it, but I thought I need a wee, and if I don't go for a wee now, it's one of them where you keep saying it over and over and over again. And it was all the way down to like Ainsdale. So anyway, I just logged off and nipped in here. So that was basically, because in that 2-hour period I've been offered 6 jobs and I've done 4 of them. So the one of them that I didn't take was that £8 one, because I needed a wee, and the other one was as I dropped that guy off, as I was dropping him off at Tesco's, I picked him up just round the corner to take him to Tesco's. Another job popped up at Tesco's. It was like £3.80 going like 2.7 miles or something. And I looked at it, I thought, I can't even be doing it. I felt insulted, and I thought, I'm not doing that, so I ignored it. And lo and behold, as I pulled up, I'm dropping this guy off to start his shift, and an Alpha taxi pulls up, obviously to take that Uber job. So yeah, good old Alpha picking up the picking up the crummy jobs from Uber. I think it is a bit weird that, I know people obviously multi-app, I think I've said it in the past, but I don't get, I think magnets are a bit pointless, I'll be honest. But I mean, the rules are you're supposed to obviously have your magnets on, so I don't know why the likes of Alpha drivers are driving around and picking Uber passengers up, because it does confuse them. My mum phoned me the other day. She's relatively new to Uber, and she'd booked an Uber for one of her friends in Southport, and her mates then phoned her and said, "Oh, we think that a taxi's pulled up. We think it's ours, but it's got Alpha magnets on it." So she was like, "Oh, what's the registration if?" and check that and check the driver's name, obviously doing all the checks, and it turns out it was. And so my mum had phoned me and she was like, "Well, why is he pulling up with different magnets on? Is that dodgy or something?" And I was like, "Well, technically he's supposed to have Uber magnets on." I said, "But he's obviously just multi-apping." So I understand why the council are saying they want it there. It's for passenger safety and things like that. Whereas people like myself and younger, a lot of them don't really care as long as they can see the number plate and there's a picture of the driver and stuff like that. But then there's older people like me mum who look for the magnets. And if you're pulling up on an Uber job and you've got Delta magnets on or Alpha magnets, then people are reluctant to get in because they think you're not the driver. So yeah, that's about it really. So yeah, currently on 53.46 over the 2 hours is £26.73 an hour. So yeah, not too bad to now, up to now should I say. I'm just going to log on. I'm just going to have a quick little no, it's not connected to my car yet. Just going to have a quick little nibble or something, see what's going on. I've only got, just go into my fridge. One of the benefits of having an XL, you can have a fridge in your car. A lovely Huel protein bar. So yeah, I'll have a little nibble on this, and then don't know, Southport seems a little bit quiet, to be honest. You zoom out now, seems quite busy all over like Liverpool, to be honest. Down by the airport, it's saying it's all surging for some reason. Don't know what's going on down there. So yeah, I think I'm going to head out of Southport, because like I said, I was picking up most of them XL jobs before, and they were, Skelmersdale, and I've got off here, because they were all like £20 jobs. You get to Southport and then you drop down to like £3.80 jobs. So yeah, I think I'm going to head out of here, maybe head towards like Ormskirk and see if I get something from there, or Skem or something, to try and keep this hourly rating up. So I'll catch you in a bit. So it's just turned 5 o'clock, past 2 hours, not the greatest to be honest. So after the last update I started heading towards Ormskirk because I knew Southport was going to be dead. And then after I don't know, I was about 2 miles out of Southport. It then offered me a X Priority back in Southport, £8.93. It's a 4-minute job going 1.2 miles. So I turned around and went back and done that. And then there was a reservation that popped up, which was in Ormskirk going down to Seaforth, like Liverpool. So it wasn't the greatest miles wise, but it was less than a half an hour job. So it was offering £21.57 for a 29-minute job, going 15 miles. So I thought, well, I'll take that, because I thought in my head I was thinking, if you get that 21.57 in half an hour and then you get something else similar, you could be 30-40 quid for the hour or whatever. So yeah, so that was a pickup for 4 o'clock. So basically after I'd done that Priority, which was 3:15, I didn't have any other jobs for 45 minutes. Left Southport, went into Ormskirk, didn't get offered a single job, and then it told me to start driving over towards this other job. Got there for about 10 to 4, had to sit there for 10 minutes, The guy booked it for 4 because he doesn't finish work until 4. So again, I've said it a million times, I don't know why Uber makes the driver turn up, because all you're doing is just wasting the driver's time. The passenger can't come out any earlier because they're still working. So yeah, I dropped him off in Seaforth for 4:30, and then I've sat in Seaforth for just shy of half an hour. I've just pulled off now. I'm basically just by Switch Island there. So I sat there for a good 20-25 minutes and just nothing was coming through. The jobs that did come through were like 3 or 4 quid just round the corner, really crap. And then just as I pulled off, they offered me this one. It was an XL job. Initially I thought it was where I was going to Southport, so I thought, oh, that's lucky. But it wasn't. It was an XL job, 25 minutes away, or 12 miles into Southport, for a 4-minute job, or going 0.7 of a mile. So in total it was a half an hour job going 13 miles for an XL exclusive to me, and they were offering me £5.84 for a half an hour job. It's just you couldn't make it up, you know. And I say this time and time again that, like, it's hard for anyone to keep the confirmation rating up because the jobs that are offered are so crap. But if you're an XL driver, the jobs are even worse that come through, because these are the kind of jobs that come through. So you can't honestly tell me that basically there's no other XL driver closer to Southport. You know, so I'm the nearest one, and I'm 12 miles away in Liverpool. It's ridiculous. So obviously I didn't do that, just in case you were wondering. And that's about it really. So in that past kind of 2-hour window, I've only done them 2 jobs, which come to about £31, something like that. So them last 2 hours were like £15 an hour. Really slow. So yeah, currently I'm on £83.96, and I've done 4 hours, so I'm on basically £21 an hour. So the hourly rating has come down again because it's been that crap hour. But yeah, I headed out of Southport because I've been getting some decent jobs. So it's like this one's come up, XL again. He wants me to go 5 miles to Kirby to do a 1 mile job. So 6 miles in total. So it was offering me £6.08, and it was going to take like over. Oh, it is. It's come up again. It's going to take nearly 20 minutes, and that's if the passengers all come sprinting out, which they never do, especially when you're in an XL. What happens is they wait for you to arrive and then go, oh, taxi's here. Oh, I need a wee, and then they all start forming in the bathroom to have a wee, and then one comes out, and then the other one, oh sorry mate, she's just having a wee, oh sorry mate, she's just putting her shoes on, oh he's just looking for his keys, and they all come out in drips and drabs until you get the all 6. So that is basically at least a 20-minute job, and they're offering £6, and that's an XL. It's just I think Uber's got a cheek basically offering drivers £6 for XL jobs that take that long. Like, I would have done that if I was on the same road and they were going like half a mile or something, a mile max. Not basically £1 a mile for an XL job like that. It's ridiculous. So yeah, like I was saying, I'd left Southport thinking it might be a bit busier, and then this job came up, the reservation one, which took me towards Liverpool. So I thought, oh, I'll head down there, because I watched loads of other drivers who work in and around Liverpool, and they're all constantly saying, oh yeah, you know, you can easily achieve £20 an hour, no problem. So I thought, well, okay, I'll head down there. I don't normally work that kind of area, but you know, if it's taken over, it's taken over. And yeah, sat there for half an hour, got offered like 2 jobs, which were like £3 and £4. I'll take this one because it's half a mile away. Bit of a trek, 20 minutes, but it's paying £24. But I've accepted it because they are half a mile away. in Maghull, just in this little, it's going to be this little restaurant here when you come off. I class it as like Lydiate, but I think Lydiate's a little bit further on. So yeah, it's only just here, and I go and take that. It doesn't feel as bad when you're doing jobs which are like, you know, 15-20 quid. But yeah, it's just some of them that come up like that other one. It's just ridiculous. It's quite hard trying to find an Excel job that's actually worth doing. So I'll go and do these, and I'll update you. So it's just after 6 o'clock, and I'm in Old Swan, Liverpool. Used to live not too far away from here. I haven't been down here for years. Yeah, so after that last update, I took that job. It was an Excel. I got £24.66. It was a 19-minute job going 8.8 miles. They increased a bit, because when I got there, the guy came out. So I opened the door and he was like, "All right, mate." He said, "Yeah," he said, "some of the girls are here." He said, "Another one's just in the taxi on the way down. She'll be here in about 5 minutes. Is that all right?" I was like, fucking hell. I was like, yeah, okay. Because I was thinking, technically, you've got 5 minutes anyway before I can cancel the job. So I pulled up, and then after like 3 or 4 minutes, I think 4 of the girls come out and gone in. And then the other one was on her way down in an Uber from Orton, which is obviously like Ormskirk. And she jumped in, so it wasn't too bad. I think in the end I was there for about 6 minutes. So yeah, I dropped them off. As soon as I dropped them off, lots of jobs were popping up. Half decent jobs, and I was thinking, oh, these aren't too bad, which one of these shall I pick? And they were all like stacked up. I realised, like, I don't know if the football's just kicked out. They were all trying to take me over to the stadium. I was like, no, swerve that. So then a little one popped up around the corner. It was like £9 something for like, it's supposed to be like a 15-minute job. So I thought, that's not too bad, I'll take that. Took that, picked her up, and it was just all bumper to bumper in traffic. And then I think we were that long in the traffic, she phones her mate and she was like, "Oh, should we just pick you up instead and we'll just head straight to the Swan?" So she was like, "All right." It turns out they'd been getting ready. They were supposed to go out for 4, but they were still getting ready at 6 o'clock. So then she was like, "Oh, is it okay if I had to stop on instead?" I was like, "Right, okay." So we picked their mate up instead, and then dropped them off an Old Swan. So it went from £9 to £16. And then I turned that job, which was a 10-minute job, into a 28-minute job, which was 5.5 miles. So it's like, the rates are good, the miles are low, but the time is long. It's kind of like the flip of what I'm used to, because like in Liverpool, it's just all bumper to bumper traffic. So you're not actually doing many miles, but it's the time element. Whereas I do a lot of work like in Ormskirk and Southport, where the distances are lowish, but then all the times are really small. It's all like really like smallish kind of jobs. But yeah, so it wasn't too bad, to be honest. £16, but half an hour. So yeah, where was I? So that one was picked up at 5:10, dropped off, picked them up. So technically, yeah, it's about an hour, and I've done them 2 jobs. So that was 30. It's about £41 in the past hour. So yeah, quite good, to be honest. I'm absolutely dying for a wee. That's why when she added it on, I was like, "Oh, where is it you're going to?" Because she was talking about they were supposed to be going into town, and she was like, "Oh no, we're just going to start in the Swan before we head off." I thought, I don't think I'll make it all the way into Liverpool city centre without wetting myself. So yeah, I'll have to find somewhere around here now. I think there's a Magghull's round the corner. I'll nip there. What am I on? Oh, forgot what I was on. So I'm currently on £125.61. Done 5 hours, so I'm on £25.12 an hour. So the hourly rating has come up again a little bit. What am I on charge wise? I'm coming up to 3/4 of a tank. I've done 93 miles. Saying I've got about 35-ish left. Getting 3.1 miles per kilowatt. That's just in case anyone's got an electric car who's watching, they want to compare it to theirs. So yeah, it's going well. It's quite busy. The people I've been speaking to you know, I always like ask, you know, if you're going out because it's someone's birthday or something like that. And pretty much everyone has said, oh no, we're just going out because basically it's the Easter weekend, so that's just why everyone seems to be going out. So yeah, I think it's going to carry on being busy. So I think I'm going to go for a wee, might do another job or two, and then I'm going to have to find myself a rapid charger. I just loaded up the Tesla app. I don't think there's any around here, but I'm determined to find a Tesla charger and to actually go and use an actual Tesla charger. But they're not. They're all, it comes up and they're all the EV ones. So like I was talking about, if you've seen the video that was on yesterday, I can go to an EV point and you just pay 65 pence a kilowatt for this time of day. So if you do it through the Tesla app, it takes you to an EV point because they are Tesla charging stations, but they still charge 65 pence. It's just a flat rate. So that's that one there, which is the one on the East Lancs. Is that one any difference? No, see. So it just seems to be it's still going to charge you 65 pence because they're all EV ones. They've obviously done something with that EV where they've said, okay, you can buy our charging points offers, so Tesla can advertise them on, you know, the Tesla app, because they are like the ultra, you know, 250 kilowatt ones. This doesn't charge up at 250 kilowatts. It's basically so they can say to the Tesla owners, oh look, you can go to one of our charging points, even though it has been rebranded as EV point or something. But yeah, there isn't any basically where I am, so that's no good. I was just determined to sign up to it and go and jump on a charger that was like 30-40 pence a kilowatt, but there isn't any here. They're all just still pants down prices. So yeah, I'm gonna go for a wee, and then I'll carry on and I'll update you shortly. Quick little rant. So I just got to McDonald's, had a quick wee, and I realised that there's Instavolt chargers here. So I thought, well, maybe I can jump on here. Granted, it's like 6:30 now. So I've wasted like half an hour coming over here to have a wee and everything. Anyway, so I thought I'll just quickly double check the price, what it is during the day, because I always use Instavolt, but I only use it in the off-peak tariff. So I've just had a look. It's 87 pence a kilowatt. 87. Let's put that into perspective. At night when I charge up at home, it's 7 pence. It's just unreal. So like, if I charge up at home, you're looking at, I think it's like £3.20 for a full tank on this. If I charge up here now for a full tank, it's almost 40 quid. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's bad enough at the off-peak when it drops down to, I think it's like 54 or something. And then a full tank is like 23-24 quid. Even that's a bit of a kick in the nuts, but you don't mind paying it because you think, well, that's like about an hour that I've lost. An hour's kind of like, you know, like what you've made on a Saturday night. So you think, oh, that's not too bad. But for 40 quid, that's, you know, you're basically working 2 hours to fill the tank back up again. You know, so basically you've lost an hour wages to fill up a complete full tank, that is. You can be in and out in half an hour with like 80%, but I always milk it and get it back up to 100. So anyway, you'd lose like an hour of trade charging up, which if you're on £25 an hour, that's gone. And then it would then cost me nearly £40 for a full tank now. So that's like almost another 2 hours, isn't it? So it's technically you've lost like 3 hours of your shift to charge up. Ridiculous. So I won't be charging up here. I've still got just over a quarter of a tank left, so I'll just see what happens with this other quarter of a tank. But it's a bit of a pain because if any decent jobs come up now, which are like, you know, 20-30 miles or something, or, you know, 20-30-40 quid, I'm going to be like obviously reluctant to take them because I haven't got enough battery in it. So this is just more small potter and round kind of jobs. I want to be moving away from Liverpool, I don't normally work around Liverpool, to be honest. Bit of a faff. Obviously the match has been on and everything, and there's just too much time sitting in traffic. Sat at this Mackey's now, and it's probably one, since I've been doing Uber, I've probably seen about 4 or 5 Uber XLs, other than the National, when they all came up from all over the country. And there's another one parked. There's another one parked at the car park, a Ford Tornado, an Uber. It's a massive thing there. It's like a full-on proper minibus there. So yeah, he's sat here and he's not doing anything. So don't know. Maybe he's on a break, or he hasn't got any. He's just waiting for XL work. I'm not sure. So yeah, I'm gonna get off and I will update you when I've done something. So it's just after 7 o'clock. 1 second. Where was I? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, last update was 6. I'd gone over to McDonald's. I was on Edge Lane, went for a wee, and then I was kind of waiting for a couple of little jobs to come out. Nothing really much was happening, to be honest. And then I potted round the corner because I used to live there when I was like 6. So I thought I'll just drive around the corner. So I drove around the corner basically to this little street where I used to live. It's like going down memory lane. So I parked there for like 2 minutes, and then a job popped up just round the corner. Granted, this wasn't until 10 to 7, so I hadn't done anything for what? A previous job was what, 20 to 6, dropped it off at 10 past. So, away and all that. So I didn't have a job for about 40 minutes. I was then offered an XL job, which was just round the corner from there. It was just off like Rathbone Road, and it was going to Hale, which is like just next to Liverpool Airport. Just a young group going to a house party. But it was an XL job. It was £29.60, and it was a 19-minute job going 8.2 miles. So yeah, really good rate, and it was one of them jobs where you just drop on because you're literally like half a mile away. You know, so there's like no dead miles running to it or anything. So I've just dropped them off. I've just come out of Hale, just drove a couple of minutes out and just parked up here for a sec. Quick little update and then assess what kind of direction I'm going to head to. So I've got 23 miles of range left. So I need to basically pick where I want to kind of work, because I'm going to have to then not be far from a charging station, ideally like an Instavolt. Instavolts are all over the place, so it's not hard to be too far from one. But where I am, you know, I can basically kind of head, you know, the next kind of nearest towns, you know, it's kind of like, if I go left, it's kind of like Speke and going back into the city centre. Can head north and go towards like Huyton, Prescott, go a bit to my right and you can kind of swoop round, and then you've got like Warrington and St Helens kind of thing. So I don't know, to be honest. I don't know if you just kind of sit here and take the next job and just see where it kind of takes me to be honest. I don't really have a massive preference, but I don't want to just like get a job from here into like the city centre. It's just be a nightmare. Because like I said, wherever I am, probably after this other job, I'm then going to have to jump on an Instavolt. It's like 20 past 7 now. Instavolt prices come down at 8. So yeah, I'll have to jump on one then. So yeah, God knows where I'm going to be going or where I'm going to head into. I'm currently on 155.21. Done 9 trips, 4 hours 20 drive. I've done 6 hours. So that's coming out at, the hourly rating's gone back up a little bit, £25.86 I'm on an hour. So yeah, just go back online now, and if there's any signal, yeah. And yeah, God knows, I'll just see where I kind of head to really. So I'll update you. So it's just turned 11 o'clock. It's been a couple of hours. I think the last update was about 7. I was kind of deciding what to do, which direction to take and whatnot. So I then took a job, trying to give you a bit more of a better idea. So Liverpool L26 over to L14, which was like Bro Green way, which is somewhere else that I used to live in Liverpool. I dropped this guy off on the same street, but basically at the other end of this road that I used to live on. That was £10 1p. It was a 15-minute job going 5.1 miles. So I accepted that job at 7:30. So yeah, I was waiting around for like a good 20 minutes till I accepted that one. A couple of smaller jobs did pop up, but I just wasn't feeling them. So I dropped them off. It was 7:45. I then went to the Insta Vault charger. I found one hidden behind Burger King on is it Prescott Road? I think it's Prescott Road. So I went on charge there for 8 o'clock. Yeah, so in that hour between 7 and 8 I done one job, and that was for £10 and a penny. I then went on charge from 8 until 8:45. Came online. I was pottering about for quite some time, to be honest, until I got a job. Where was we? Wow, so it was an hour. So probably in that hour, a couple of jobs popped up. They were all crap, like £4 or £5 jobs. Just not worth doing. They were like daytime dead hour like offers, and I was like, I can't even bother doing it. So like I kind of started heading back towards Ormskirk, and then I thought, no, I'll head further into Liverpool. And then I got a bit further into Liverpool, and like nothing was coming up, like nothing whatsoever. There was no surge spots, and I thought, I can't be bothered, because if no jobs are coming up, what's the point of heading further into Liverpool? So I turned around again, started heading back out of Liverpool. An XL job come up, and then they cancelled it, and then I ended up taking my first job, which was bang on an hour. So between 9:15 and 10:15 I'd done nothing, not a single job. And then just as the hour turned over, it was 10:15, I got an XL job, which was Maghull, which is Liverpool to Ormskirk, £16.60, 11-minute job, 5.2 miles. And then when I was dropping them off in Ormskirk, I then got an Ormskirk to St Helens. That was £19.51, and that was a half an hour job because it was 2 drops, 15 miles. So not the greatest, but again, I was looking at it from a time perspective. I thought it's like 20 quid for the half an hour. That was the job before that was 10:15. That was 9:53. How's that even? Oh, sorry, yeah. So I dropped them off, and then I accepted the 9. That was 9:53. So then I dropped them off, and it was still within the same hour. And I got a little XL when I got into St Helens, £7.89, 5-minute job, going 1.6 miles. So that last hour, the 9:45 until just before 11 o'clock, that was like 10, 20, 30, 40, it's about £45. So that kind of made up for the hour before that where I'd done 0. So currently I'm on 209.22. I've now done 9 hours, so that takes me to £23.24 an hour. I'm on just shy of 6 hours drive time, and I've done 13 trips. And I'm currently in St Helens. So I'll just go back online. A couple of jobs have been popping up. I just ignored them, like £3.60. I'm thinking, I'm not doing a £3.60 job. Here's another XL one, but again, it's miles away. It's wanting me to go over 5 miles to Widnes to do a 2.5 mile job, £9.50. And it's going to take 25 minutes. So it's like a witness to witness. It's like this one here, £5.40. It's a 15-minute job. It's doing almost 4 miles. Like, I'm not doing that. That one, I think the guy's like just behind me, must be stood at the back of the van. £5.17. It's going 2.5 miles. Just a bit crap. I've been kind of like going for the slightly larger ones. See, like this one, £7.51. Multiple stops. It's 1.5 miles away, going 3.5 miles. It's 5 miles for £7.50, and it's multiple stops. Cannot be arsed. So yeah, like I said, I've been kind of going for like the, you know, the 15, 20, 30 pound jobs, and it's been kind of working out up to now. Like at one point I was almost thinking, shall I just turn the X off? I don't think I've ever done that, to be honest. Maybe that is obviously like what brings my confirmation rating down a bit, because a lot of the X jobs pop up and I think I'm not picking them up. Then yeah, you are kind of limiting yourself by turning the X off and just having like either the X priority and the XL turned on. Yeah, it's not something I've done. Maybe if the confirmation rating did actually affect your jobs in some way, then I'd be more likely to turn the X off. But because it doesn't, I'd rather just leave all the options on, and then basically you can just cherry pick or whatever takes your fancy. So yeah, sat in St Helens at the minute. It's like a dark blue Surge. But yeah, everywhere else, because it's showing me all of Liverpool, it's just like a light blue, like a cloudy colour. Southport is the same. It's not showing me Ormskirk, because that's obviously West Lancs, so it's just kind of like, unless I carry on further ahead now down the bypass, it then shows me what's going on in Ormskirk, but then I can't see what's going on in Southport and in St Helens and all the surrounding areas. It's a pain being right on the border of, these are the two areas that I work, but I can't see the other one unless I cross the border. This one again, £4.30. 2.5 mile job. Can't be faffed, honestly. Starting to give up the will. So yeah, I'll hang around here a little bit longer, see if anything kind of comes up. I'll then start heading back towards Ormskirk. This is about 15 minutes away, something like that. Just have a little quick look. 18 minutes. And see if anything's kind of happening around there. And then I need to make a bit of a decision then, because it'll either be head home or head to Southport, see if anything's happening there, and then head home from there. But it's kind of, because I've still got like over half a tank now, because I stopped to do that rapid charge, I kind of like want to get my money's worth. But then at the same time, I'm not going to be driving around doing £3.80 jobs on a Saturday night. So yeah, I'll catch. So it's just turned 1 AM and I have just got home. Yeah, last update was about 11. I can't remember where I was. I think I was near St Helens, I think. I headed in towards Ormskirk. There was nothing going on there, so I started heading towards Southport, and then I didn't get my next job until 10 to midnight. So yeah, again, more time wasted throughout the night, about another 50 minutes basically, because the last job before that was 10:30, and that was only a 5-minute job, so technically I didn't have a job for an hour and 20 minutes, which is diabolical when you think about it on a Saturday night. But some of the jobs that have been coming through, I'll go over them in a second. So yeah, I got into Southport, got a £7.16, little 5-minute job, 2.1 miles. Then got an XL, £6.74. That was a 3-minute job for 1.1 miles. And then an £8.13, 5-minute job, 2.1 miles. And then I'd done a £3.75, it was a 2-minute job for 0.7 of a mile. And then a reservation job popped up, which was for like, they wanted you to like accept it there and then, but the job was for like in 20 minutes time. It was coming up like 30 quid. So I pulled in, clicked on it to have a quick little look, and it was going from Southport, and it was going probably 80% of the way back to my house, 20% just past my house, so I just have to do a little U-turn and come back. So I thought, yeah, go on then, I'll take that. Clicked accept, and then it said, oh sorry, this job's already taken. So it was like, I couldn't have taken it any quicker, because otherwise I would have just done probably what someone else has done. It's come up and they've just gone, bang, I'll have it. It's obviously come up that late because someone else would have had it, and then they've cancelled it. They haven't come online. I think it's 30 or 40 minutes before the job, so it's obviously just been taken off them, thrown back out there, and then it would have been like, you would have drove around for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then it would have said, right, it's now time to go straight to the pick-up point. So yeah, I mean, it would have been good to have got that, because it was like a nice little £30 job to basically get me home, but missed out on it. So where are we? So the drive time's not updated for some reason, or the trips. I've done exactly 235, and I've done 11 hours. Is that right? That can't be right, because I started at 1 o'clock. So that's 12 hours. Have I gone wrong here somewhere when I've been adding this up? Yes, started at 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Sorry, I'm just counting this up on here, because I keep a tally throughout the day of when I've stopped and when I've done an update, and I'm just trying to figure at what point I've I see what I've done. It's when I've stopped to charge up. I haven't counted that as like worked an hour, because technically I haven't worked an hour, if that makes sense. So technically I've done a 12-hour shift, but I've done 11 hours, because roughly an hour of that I was on charge and I was eating, so I've left that off. So yeah, 235 over the 11 hours is £21.36 an hour, so it's not too bad. You know, it's there's probably been a good, I reckon, 3 hours of that shift where I haven't received a single job. Don't know why that is. Jobs were coming through. I'll just go through some of these absolutely ridiculous ones. Apologies if I've read some of them out. I'll try and leave some of the earlier ones out. So this was at 11:20. I'm being offered XL job. It wants me to go 11 miles. I was in St Helens. This is that dead hour where I didn't have a job in like an hour and 20 minutes. It's offering me £16.87, but it wants me to go 11 miles to Warrington, which is about 25 minutes, to then do a almost 6 mile job. So 17 miles in total, and that was another 16-minute job. So it's like a 40-minute XL job for me to go from St Helens to Warrington and then to Leigh for £16.87. So it's just like crap. Another XL job came up. Again, I was in St Helens. It wanted me to go to Widnes, 7 miles away, to do a almost 3 mile job. So 10 miles in total, offering me £9.71, and that was an XL job. Then popped up another Widnes job. This time it wanted me to go 8.5 miles to Widnes to do a 1.5 mile job. So almost 10 miles, 25-minute job, XL job, £6.64. Again, still in St Helens, it's come up with the same Warrington job again. What I noticed was there was like these couple of jobs which was Warrington I didn't want to do. One was coming up for I think it was Wigan, and one for Widnes. What it kept doing was, but what I can only see is to drive me rating down. There's no other reason. It would offer me the Warrington job, so I'd click X, I'd say no, I don't want that. It would offer me the Widnes job, I'd look at that and go no, that's ridiculous, click X. It would then offer me the Wigan job, again, which was an XL job. All these were XLs, miles away, no, I don't want that. You'd sit there, 30 seconds later, the Warrington job comes back up again. You go, no, I don't want that, click X. The Widnes job comes back up. I'm like, no, I've already said I don't want to do this, click X. The Wigan job comes back up again, and you click X on it, and you're like, why is it offering me that? Sit there about 30 seconds, the Warrington job pops back up again, and I'm thinking, are you actually taking the piss, are you? And no word of a lie, it's offered me them jobs, I would say 7 or 8 times. Whilst I was sat there for that half an hour, it just kept coming up and coming up and coming up, and I'm like it's not even like the price was changing. It was basically trying to insinuate like within a 15-mile radius of St Helens, I was the only XL driver, which is just ridiculous. There's obviously XL drivers in Warrington, Wigan, Widnes. So why isn't it offering the jobs to them? Why is it trying to pull someone who is like 12 or 13 miles away to go and do the job? And it just kept offering me the job over and over and over again. So at one point I was thinking, I feel like logging off. It was annoying me that much. So when I done the update the other day, my confirmation rating I think was down to, I think it was 18%, which is like the lowest it's ever been. And then it jumped up to like 36% or something, and that was only on, was it Friday, something like that? Thursday, Friday, can't remember, it was Thursday or Friday. It's now back down to 17%. So my confirmation rating is worse than it was prior to the update, and that's exactly why these type of jobs that are coming through. What else came through? Another XL job. Wanted me to go to St Helens, 10 miles away, to do a 6-mile job to go to Warrington. So it was almost a 40-minute job, about 16 miles, £15.80. It then offered me another XL job. Where was I then? I was kind of in towards Liverpool, yeah, near Liverpool. It wanted me to go 13.5 miles to Southport to do a 1.8 mile job to Birkdale. So it was like a 15-mile job, and it was going to take about 35 minutes. XL job, it was offering me £7.80. So obviously I ignored that. Stupid ones, was it? One of the earlier ones, I think I was in Kirby, and it was offering me an XL job. Oh sorry, no, I was in Maghull. It was asking me to go to Kirby, which was over 5 miles away, to do a 0.8 of a mile job, £6. It's just, I don't know, it just seems to be like something's happened to the algorithm, and it's just giving you really stupid jobs. It gave me this other one. I was in Liverpool. What was I? Seaforth I was in, and it's offered me a job 12 miles away in Southport to go 0.7 of a mile to Birkdale. In total it was about a 35-minute job, XL job, and it was offering me £5.84 for a 35-minute job doing like 13 miles. And then after that I was at McDonald's on Edge Lane in Liverpool, and it wanted me to go 11.5 miles to St Helens to do a 0.9 of a mile job. So it was like a 12.5 to 13 mile job, which was going to take half an hour. XL job was offering me £5.87. And it's just like, why is it sending me them jobs? Like, it's ridiculous. So yeah, that was about it. It just seems to be, yeah, okay, I've had a half decent shift. But if it wasn't offering me so many stupid jobs, I could have done more jobs. But the jobs it's offering me are 11, 12, 13 miles away. And then the jobs that are nearby, they're just insulting. They're like £3.60, £3.70, and I'm thinking I'm not going to do that job. It's not worth doing it. And like I said, probably at least 3 hours of the shift, I've done nothing whatsoever. No jobs have come through, and I've just sat there. So it's kind of wasted. The only reason why I've finished on high rate is down to me just purely sticking it out and basically doing, staying out for 12 hours. There's a lot of people that would have come out and done 5-6 hours and thought, I haven't done a job for the whole hour, and then a couple of hours later they haven't done a job for a whole hour again, and they've thought, oh, this is crap, and just gone home. And I've just carried on and carried on and carried on, and then because I've done a rapid charge, I thought, I want to get me money's worth. Like, I've just got home now, and it's got 19 miles left. So, I probably could have done another one job, possibly two, if they were kind of local, and then just crawled home. So I've done the best that I can, but it just got to the point then when I was in Southport where the jobs were just ridiculous. There was just nothing coming through. Yeah, and that's about it really. So I'm going to be out tomorrow. I know I don't normally do Sundays, but I thought it might be busy. A lot of people moving around who were to and from restaurants and family, going to see families and stuff like that. Yeah, all the missus is doing is going to the in-laws to have something to eat. So I think I'd rather come out during the day for a few hours, see what's happening. If it's busy, obviously with it being the bank holiday Monday, I'll stay out late. But I've got no idea because I've never done an Easter bank holiday before, because I wasn't driving, doing Uber and stuff this time last year. So yeah, I'll play it by ear, and I'll see what happens tomorrow. But yeah, hopefully it'll be half decent. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on tomorrow's video.